Hello, everyone. We'll get the screen fixed in a minute here. We're having technical difficulties. There we are.
I just thought I'd leave it up there for a few seconds while you were like trying to figure out how many 12, 13, 14 seconds, 6, 7, I don't know. Anyway, you were saying, Felipe.
Well, welcome everyone to Social Saturday Chat. It is our monthly networking event. We're so excited to have you all here. We hope that you all are joining us in the chat. And if you have friends that you think would benefit from networking, go ahead and repost the room to your network so that they know that we're going on live, because we're not all connected to the same people. So this is a great way to do it. And Kenny, thank you. You know, we are fashionably late today, so we appreciate you recognizing that. But we had a few technical difficulties, but we are live on YouTube. We are live on LinkedIn, and we are looking forward to having you all join us on stage today, because today is about sharing a little bit about you. We want to get to know you by just sharing simple things. Who you are, what are you doing today on this Saturday, a fun fact about yourself, so start thinking about that, and who are you looking to connect with? That's it. And we'll remind you of the questions when you come up. But do me one more favor before we introduce ourselves. If you're not following us on our LinkedIn homepage, go to our LinkedIn homepage and give us a follow, and it's just Social Saturday Chat. And after you hit the follow button, hit that little bell in the top right-hand corner. That way you get notified of all the events that we do, not just on Saturdays, but all the other co-hosts do as well. We have over 1,000 followers, and it's a great way to join the community and find and meet so many interesting people. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to today's event. We're going to put the link in the chat. And I just want to say hello to some people who have joined us already, because it is already hopping and bopping here, and technology is being slow today. It really just is pushing its limits, isn't it? So in the chat today, we have, let me hit the button here. Okay, so welcome to Jay Pasquale. It's great to see you. Stephen Ang, always wonderful to see you, our resident librarian, I always say. And, you know, this is our end of the month room that we do every single month. It's dedicated to you all for networking. So this is a chance for you to invite maybe those passive networking people, or ones that are trying to network and get comfortable. This is their chance just to see how easy it is. So let's do some introductions, and let's find out what this crew is doing today on this fun Saturday and some fun facts. Let's start off with, okay, I want to say to my right, because that's what my screen says, but I'm going to say it's to my left and say Martha is to my left. And so Martha, over to you, my friend. How are you today? What's going on with you? And share a fun fact.
Thank you so much, Felipe. Well, a fun fact is you this morning before we came live. We're having fun behind the scenes, friends. Felipe is, you know, I was surprised. Let's just say that. But not in a bad way, in a good way, Felipe. We have to have fun, and I think we sometimes get lost in transaction with our work, especially our self-employers who are running businesses. So we have to just have a good time. That's a fun fact. Just today, I actually am going to be working, because I have a couple of plans for July with my son. We're taking a few road trips. So that means I have to work a little extra hard, but I will be enjoying myself in July, right? For friends that don't know me, my name is Martha. I am an advocate. I'm a founder of Connect Impact Hub, where we're on a mission to end homelessness. And we recently launched a podcast called People Helping People. do check it out. And if you're interested in joining us, connect with me. Thank you. I'll pass it back over to you, Mac.
Well, happy Saturday, everybody. It's another Social Saturday Chat networking event. And this is all about you coming up here, introducing yourself, sharing who you are, that fun fact, and who you're looking at introducing yourself to. So don't hesitate. I mean, Gregory jumped in a jet. He's like straight in here already and ready to go. So I'll be adding him to the stage in a second. But we also are wanting all of you, wherever you are, no matter what the surroundings are, come say hello, come and introduce yourself, and let us know who you're wanting to connect with today. And let's, if, oh, how did that happen? That is so bizarre. I just had another screen open and Martha and myself start talking to me. Technical, wonderful. So with that, come and introduce yourselves, come and share, because you never know where a conversation can go. And who knows, maybe somebody is watching today that needs to hear from you or vice versa. So the link will be in the chat. Come and join the conversation, and let's see where this goes. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Felipe because he's just on one today and I'm loving it. And then let him introduce our first person on stage.
Do we
Felipe,
have
over to you.
No, I will. I don't see anybody else on stage. Do we have somebody on stage? Or not yet? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't see them. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Felipe Cofino. For those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting, and my dog Copper over here is saying hello too. I've been a HR executive for 30 years now. Very passionate about what I do, and why I founded Cofino Consulting, where I offer HR services, recruitment services, training, and auditing services. It really was a dream that I had planned for my retirement. Got to fast forward a little bit during some, exciting job eliminations and things like that, But I'm happy to announce that I do have a new contract that I'm starting on Monday and some new opportunities in the upcoming future. So with that being said, I'm also a LinkedIn top voice, which I don't take lightly. I do live streams and podcasts with this amazing crew here every Saturday. I have our Careers, Chaos, and Coaching every other Sunday with Melissa Houston at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about change and how can you deal with change to get the outcomes you want. So if that resonates with you, join us for that. And then I do a show on every other Monday with Sumana Jetty called the Workplace Wellness Hour. And that we just finished our season 4 finale, which was an amazing event. So we had such great attendance. And we finished our 95th episode. So we're going to hit our 100th episode in the fall. So we look forward to you joining us. And we hit a record, which I'm very proud of, I got to say. We had 420 comments on our last episode, which I thought was insane. So join us for more of that. And I am also an author, best-selling author of Miranda and Max, right here. And this book right here has been doing very well, so well that the second book is in the author's hands, Brady and Lucky the One-Eyed Cats. And that's a little bit about me. Fun fact is I just got this during Amazon Prime deal, this backdrop here. Just, this bookcase here costs like $44. It was cheap. Everything else was under $10. But the fun fact is that I have decided to do a little bit of branding, and I have officially branded my Felipe's 5 logo. I was hoping to have my Cofino Consulting logo like this up here. And then I also have, and I'll show you all because I want this to motivate Mac and Joel because I don't want to overstep. But I think that we need a formal official logo for our wonderful Social Saturday chat crew, because what I did was I created a logo that will come out like this, but bigger for the Workplace Wellness Hour. And I did one for Careers, Chaos, and Coaching. But we need one for Social Saturday Chat, so I can have that up there too. So we need to go have an agreed upon meeting on that, because I think a fun fact is it's important to brand, especially when people talk about things like this when I'm not in the room. I realized there's something happening there that I need to lean into. So there's a little quick tip on branding. Who I'm looking to connect with? HR professionals who are looking to share best practices, people who are looking to share ideas about how to use AI or how to just enhance the culture of the workplace. Those are conversations I'd love to have in person, over virtual, or on live. So with that being said, I hope everyone enjoys my great new background. I'm very excited about the background. I have the books there. I'm just like a little kid right now. And before Kenny or anyone else says anything about last night, yes, we had some fun audio interaction and video interaction last night with a few beverages. That's all I'm going to say. And I feel like a little bit carried over into today, the way I'm feeling. So with that being said, get ready for someone to come out right now with our next guest, because he and I like to agree to disagree, even though it seems like we dislike to disagree, but we agree to disagree on certain things. So Gregory Liverpool is an HR buddy of mine. I consider him an HR colleague. I think that he is passionate about very similar things as I am. However, he has certain analogies that I just don't really agree on. So again, the premise is there. We agree on the same premise. It's just the analogies. So I want to introduce you to Gregory Liverpool, who is considered the HR maverick. As you can see, he's in the Top Gun plane right now. And then he referenced himself as the canary, HR canary. That's all I'm going to say, because he likes to say the canary in the coal mine. For those who don't know, the canary in the coal mine usually died when it found a problem. I'm all a fan about finding the problem and not dying. So when the book of The Canary in the Coal Mine has great insights about risk and creating awareness of risk before it hurts other people, I'm all for that. I just don't want the person who's telling us about the risk to die. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, Gregory, and be forewarned, I am feeling very snarky today, so I'm just giving you a heads up. Over to you, my friend. How are you?
You think, in the words of CM Punk, you think you're snarky? I could smell it from Washington D.C. to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, which is match day -1 in regards to, this is why I'm wearing the black Canada soccer kit, because we're playing the Republic of South Africa in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California, which is one of my passions, is all things sports and footy. Mac, your crew still have their last match day game of the tournament today. I do not know where they're playing in the United States. Let's hope it's not Boston and Philadelphia, because that will be absolutely weird that an English side is playing in Boston and in Philadelphia, which is two historical cities that have basically battle representation. Oh, España. Okay. So yeah, so in terms of that type of situations and stuff, and in terms of Felipe, I'm going to give you a stern yellow card. One more yellow card, you might be sent off right now. It is the book is The Canary Code, not The Canary in a Coal Mine, The Canary Code, in terms of the title of the book. So I am looking for, I'm a 6-year HR veteran who is very, very thought-provoking and very, very opinion-oriented. I see stuff that's basically coming in the past, but people don't see it, especially with the intersectionality of AI in HR, which I will say we are heading into dangerous troubled waters, very dangerous, to the point it is basically, I will say, again, a stern yellow card warning in terms of how we're using it and using it in that retrospect. So I will say that I'm looking forward to connect with other HR colleagues, mainly hopefully in Canada per se, because to grow my network in Canada, but I'll also accept other nations such as United States, UK, and all points in between. And I will say again, go Canada. We are playing against the 60th squad in the FIFA World Global Rankings, and against the Republic of South Africa. And one of the ministers basically declared a South Africa 3-0 victory over Canada on Twitter, which basically is, yes, Mac is shaking your head. You don't do that. That's basically bulletin board material for the other side to post in the dressing room and on the training ground. So yeah, so it is basically. And thank you, Joe, for basically popping the URL address for the book. Please read that book, because that book should be, I will say, absolutely mandatory reading for, regardless if you are an entry-level HR person or an HR leader, or I will say a supervisor or a manager in a department outside of HR. You will have people who are neurodiverse in your organization, but they will not tell you to your face directly. They might be masking, which is not a good thing not a good thing to do in the workplace. We should be all free to disclose what we're dealing with in any way, shape, or form in terms of overall disabilities and stuff. So I would love to, I will say, pass the baton to a person who I appeared on the stage very in my early days. We did a
red card. No, you don't pass the baton. You give it back to me.
Because I know the person who will be speaking next, because Margaret Martinez. I did a collab podcast with her. I think of 2 or 3.
I was going to Martha next to talk about the collab that she did with Martina. Good Lord, with Margaret. See, I'm scared. I told you I'm snarky. I'm giving you a red card for that.
Yeah, I love the jacket too.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for the U.S. too. I would love nothing better than the U.S.
Good luck against Bosnia.
Laugh all you want. You never know. Like, Spain played Uruguay yesterday, and my best friend's from Uruguay, and we were going back and forth last night. Like, every time they only had one score, they're like, "That was a gimme goal." I'm like, "Oh, whatever." Anyways,
and the United States couldn't beat Turkey? Come on.
Talked a lot of smack for someone who doesn't have the team doing as great as it could.
We'll see about that.
We'll see. All right. Well, anyways.
Good luck against Bosnia. Good luck against Bosnia. We have an easier opponent.
I can actually boot you, like, with the red card and put you in the penalty box. Okay, so be forewarned. I warned you all. I warned you all earlier. Be forewarned if you go on the stage. Martha, what are your thoughts about Gregory's share? And please do me a favor and introduce Margaret, because I loved what you all did yesterday for Teen Lives, and I just want you to highlight that a little bit.
Yeah, it's so great to see you here with us, Gregory. Thank you for coming on stage, and I hope we see more of our friends. Even if you're not connected with us, I hope you are encouraged to come up and network, just to meet us. If you don't want to share anything, at least just come up and just say your name and tell us where you're from. Yes, and then Margaret Martinez, thank you for joining us. We've been doing a couple lives in Spanish, and then also she was on People Helping People. She recently launched a couple of resources, and she was very generous to make a donation, the resources to Connect Impact Hub. And so I'm really excited that she came up, because I actually did ask her to come and to speak about what she's doing, because we really need some support around our communication, even myself. So Margaret, I'm going to pass it over to you, sister. Great to see you.
Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias, Marta. Always a pleasure and honor to be here. And with Felipe Confinio, muchísimas gracias. He is the HR guru and apparently the best banter. I was cracking up. I was rolling. I love to see that, how people are so passionate about what they, what they follow and how their hearts are. Even Gregory, just listening to him, I love to hear passionate people about what they believe in and who they root for. So that was great. Joe Folstein, nice to see you again. Very happy to be here with Mac too. Thank you so much. Social Saturday Chat is one of these huge things that have been going on for years already, years. And so it's always a blessing to be here and grateful for this day. My name is Margaret Martinez, and I'm a relationship coach, emotional wellness creator, speaker. I speak publicly, recently an author. I was a co-author with Ennio's song and Lessons We Learned with COVID-19, but then I became an author of Returning to Your Voice and Family Connections. I wanted to bring that for guardians and parents of teenagers and even educators, right? Because in the school system, there's a lot of communication around teens as well and preteens. I just recently did The Man in His Voice, and all of this work focuses on helping individuals and families, communities to strengthen our communication, because as Marta said, our communication is vital to all that we do, right? And it always begins with us, our personal growth. I've also done Spanish instructions. I just recently started teaching a basic Spanish class. So I have some guides and also a teaching lesson plan for teachers as well, just teaching that also. So my mission here is simple, right? It's to help people reconnect with themselves, and not only that, but also with others in the community. And I follow Michael Thomas, that relationship coach also. He's a confidence coach. And just partnering with all of you leaders here on this panel and others, just uniting together so that we can help humanity communicate and connect, and bringing all those emotional wellness and meaningful relationships together so we can all grow. Because I feel that this is what humanity needs, right? We need to be seen, heard, valued, and we need to know this within ourselves, right? Because if I can do it, you can do it too. Everyone can do that. But yeah, it was a pleasure and an honor to do the event for Saving Teen Lives with Brother Christopher, because he has his story, his powerful story, and his communication, how we're communicating awareness with distractions and driving. In many ways, we're also bringing up our awareness. When I'm driving, I'm consistently also reminding myself, right? So this is good. As we teach, we learn, right? So this is why I do what I do. Thank you so much. I appreciate this time. It's an honor and a pleasure, and blessings to you all. Gracias, Marta.
Thank you so much, Margaret. I just wanted to jump in real quick because this is community. Opportunities do come up. I actually met Margaret a couple years ago, and we just recently started collaborating, but we've gotten to know each other through the years. And we are part of Saving Teen Lives. I can't think of our titles there, but we're all pretty much a team. We hold each other accountable. We let each other know when we need to do something or we can't make an event. We keep each other in the loop. And we're all learning, the most important part. And it's nice to be able to, I honestly didn't think so much about teen driving, and now I'm actually doing it, and the importance of knowing my surroundings. So thank you so much, Margaret, for bringing that up. I'm going to pass the mic over to you, Felipe, because you're looking so amazing in that red.
I'm just, when Spain won the World Cup, like over a decade ago, I got this and it still fits me, which is shocking. So I'm very happy about that. Well, I listened into your Teen Lives podcast, and I really thought it was just powerful what you all are doing along with Chris, just to shed light. His work is just so admirable, and it's one of those things where I don't know anybody who couldn't get behind supporting that mission. And so I encourage you all to connect with Margaret and Martha to learn more about the great work they're doing around that. Sorry, my light just went out, and I don't know why, and I didn't say Alexa, so all right. So shut up, Alexa. So the I put the link in the chat there for you all to join us on stage. Love to have you all come up here again, network, share what you're doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything, crazy. I mean, look, I got this on Father's Day from my future grandnephew, possibly. Don't ask me to explain that. But anyways, he got me a little bobblehead, and this bobblehead is from the Washington Nationals. This inspired me to do what? I ordered a bobblehead from Miranda and Max. I don't know how good it's going to look, but it's the cartoon version of the book, not the real life version. So we'll see. But that's a little fun fact I wanted to share there. And Bobby Clark, I'm glad that you are rooting for USA. Important to see USA. Go, Fred. You know I love you, man. You. Yeah. Go.
Yo.
You got mute.
I am unmuted.
No,
You want me to mute already, dude? Thanks.
uh,
De todos hispanos, me quiere callar la boca.
Te veo botar del show.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I can see how we are going to be now. Yeah. Mac, I had to do a different way because I was reaching out to you earlier to get into this. But for those who don't know me, let me get myself on cam. Screw it. Because I'm not wanting to be shy. You know me. Cuban that I am. God help you all now. You are red. I'm wearing white. I am not from Honduras. I'm Cuban descent. But of Leo Global itself, though, I know that this stage actually is broad. That last actual finale, you weren't wrong about, Felipe. It was actually astonishing. It climbed to over 400 comments. I was like, what the hell? It was astonishing, but at the same time, it was just because of the wrap up for the summer, which I got. And you guys explained that quite well. The other part also that gets me, I was just in another one with, I can't remember the guy's name now. Kenneth, he was actually in there commenting about AI. Oh boy, what a topic. And that one thing went on over 2 hours. It was insanity. Everybody had their own take. I'm actually flexible, but I do take my own personal, what serves me and what doesn't serve me. Although I do hear people using common phrasing, which you guys also echo a great deal, as vibration, what resonates, things like that. I'm a bit more old school. It works for me. Hey, I click with it. I get you. It's cool. Or as even as Hawaiians, okay, hey, every direction. I appreciate actually the diversity we have and that we share. Leo Global actually has been growing, by the way. I think in the last conversation, you mentioned that you were at 118 followers. We just broke 120 this week, to my amazement. Yeah, I'm still trying to reach that 150, break that barrier. And then that way we can actually do right from our page an actual LinkedIn Live from Leo Global, which would be astonishing. And then even do a live direction where we can actually have the podcast of interaction to have people who actually want to partake, ask questions, give their feedback, and even might need our services. We're working on that.
So share a fun fact, and who are you looking to connect with?
Anybody open as far as talking to a Hispanic moron from Florida?
You got to work on your pitch a little bit, but go ahead.
This Saturday, dude, come on. It's definitely off the clock. I just wanted to get your reaction. It was perfect. You covered your face in embarrassment. That's what I love. I nailed it even better. Now, with 25, actually over 50 years with my own partner I've got in business, we're always open to connect with nearly anybody who actually has a small micro business or even a startup here in the States. We will be branching out as we grow. The fun thing is that I'm not boring. At least I hope I'm not. and I do have a unique way of actually looking at things, as well as problem solver. I'm a bit enlightened, yes. I'm a bit seasoned, yes. Yes, I have no hair whatsoever. Proud of it. Although me and Mac do match. There we go. See, he understands all too well, even across the pond. But no, it's just all about really working together to actually overcome what we've been facing for the last 6 years. Despite what's been happening itself, we can make things happen. That's the biggest part that I actually look at. And yes, we can have fun doing it. I've been listening to music, putting on to LinkedIn different stuff. I found a very old video. I can't remember the name of the comic who actually had bald head, long hair, and he always used the hammer, a big wooden hammer, to smash melons and anything else he could smash. You remember who he is? Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher. Yeah. Front row, you had to have covering. Well, you threw me off a little bit when you said bald hair and long hair. I'm like, bald head and long hair. I'm like, oh, from here down.
It's a really bad mullet.
Well, I say I really appreciate. Oh, get the feedback. There you go. Thank you, Christine. So Joe, I love what you shared. Anyone that resonated with what Joe said, please connect with him. Don't hold against him that he lives in Florida. He's better than. And so yeah, DC.
You owe me a call, dude. You owe me a call.
But thank you for joining us. And before we go to Christine, Martha, and Mac, let's go to Mac first. And Mac, I haven't seen that Social Saturday Chat logo you have behind your head. It looks pretty good. Have you been hiding that? What the hell, dude? Go, over to you.
Oh, that's really good. I put myself on mute when I start speaking.
I wasn't sure if it was my audio or if it was you, but yeah.
We're going deaf.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm still playing with the background. I haven't got the proportions right and everything else, but yeah, it'll get there. But yeah, we have 20 minutes left. We've got loads of people to get on here. Come and introduce yourself. Fun fact. I don't know. The sun's doing weird things to our brains. Conversations are going all over the place, but it's all good. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking now purely because my brain's fried from the heat. It's like 35 degrees here.
Mac's melting right now. Literally, like just
I literally am melting. But Filippo, remind me, we need to announce the part 2 of the session from last week. That's now has it been scheduled yet? I don't know. 18th. That's all I'm saying.
I don't even know.
That's part 2 to last week's session with Alan, where he talked about everything from mental health to life. Very inspiring conversation that he actually was kind enough to do a Zoom call for people who wanted to join. And we had about 15 people there, which was great. And so he's going to do a part 2. Again, this is a guy who gets paid a lot of money to speak at events globally, and he's doing this for free, y'all. So look, we're trying to up our game on Social Saturday Chat, and Max hit the ground running with a big heavy hitter right off the bat. So don't miss next week if you missed last week. And if you didn't miss last week, no doubt you're going to be there next week because you know how good it was. All right. So with that being said, Christine, how are you? How have you been? What are you doing on this Saturday? What's a fun fact about yourself? And who are you looking to connect with? Is that not Christine? I was like, is it someone who looks like Christine?
She was like, I'm tuned out, dude. You didn't say a name to me. We expect. And she's still muted.
I'm muted, Christine, but I was sitting there like, oh my God, is that like a doppelganger of Christine? And
sorry, I didn't realize for some reason you were talking to me.
Yeah,
how am I? I am really hot.
Who do you connect with? Fun fact and a go.
Okay. Well, it's very hot and sunny in the greater Boston area. I'm cleaning out my basement and I'm sweating to death. I wasn't going to go on camera, but I figured whatever. But well, let's see. Fun fact. It's a very long story, but the details are unimportant. But I was an art critic in New York City at one point in my life without any idea about anything about art. But I was being taken out to the Russian tea room and in limos, and that's a whole other story. But then now I'm on a completely different path. I've been in supply chain for a long time, and the organization I work for now helps individuals and companies improve their process and their talent, and there's a measurable business impact for sure at the end. I really like what I do right now. It's a good fit. So if anybody is interested, we do credentials and training, that type of stuff. I also do some consulting on the side myself, which you could contact me for. And that's about it, Felipe.
Well, I love it. And I gotta say, for being somebody who's been working in the basement, you look good. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
I gotta say, when I'm sweating, I look horrible. I look scary. So,
Okay.
and your fun fact that you mentioned, wait, remind me about the fun fact.
I was an art critic in New York City.
So are you the reason why there's like artwork of like a dot out there and someone's like, you're the one who's like, oh, that dot's art?
Oh, well, I would love to think so. I don't really think so, no.
You know, when you see those art, and you're like, it's a line. It's two lines. What the hell? You know, like
yeah. Well,
like,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I used to be. This is another fun fact. I used to be the editor for the National Organization for Women, their newsletter in New York City, and then somebody contacted our office and wanted to know if anybody could write about art, and I volunteered myself. So then I just figured it out from there.
Sometimes yeah, fake it until you make it, and you clearly did that. So well done. I mean, look, art is definitely left to interpretation. I'm a huge Picasso fan. Shocker, Spanish, but like I was 6 years old the first time I saw Picasso, and my family kept on going around the museum, and I just wanted to stand in front of his masterpiece because I was just in awe. So I have like 4 of his prints around my house. I just find that kind of abstract art that tells a story very fascinating.
Me too. Yeah, it's also very subjective, so anybody can comment on it. As you can see, yes.
So Joe just showed a book. I have 3 extra prints I got from a friend of mine when I was like 18, and he gave me 3 big extra prints. If you don't know Escher, they're very wow, I can't say that live. Okay. It's like a mind trick where you can see 2 different pictures in that one based on how you look at it. It's black and white and dimensional. And if you look at it one way, it's a waterfall going down. If you look at it another way, it's a waterfall going up or whatever. And I have one that has 2 hands holding. If you look at it differently, it's 2 ducks kissing. So it's stuff like that. But Escher is fascinating. I won't tell you what I was doing when I was 18 and I got those gifts that allowed me to enjoy them, but I'll just leave it at that. So with that being said, Matt, Martha, thoughts on Christine's share and her fun fact about art, because that is definitely a unique fact. Over to you, Matt.
Well, I love the fact that she volunteered herself. It's just taking that leap of faith, because if you're interested in something, sometimes you have to put your own head up above the parapet and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. And too many of us hesitate in life and wish we had. So I'd actually like to know, as a result of volunteering herself, what were the most interesting situations she put herself in as a result of that. You're on mute again.
You're on mute. A small little museum is now the Guggenheim Museum, apparently.
Okay. All right. So I was going to say there were many. However, I think my problem was at that time I was extremely young. I was in my early 20s, and I did get scared at some point. Like I felt like an imposter, and I really shouldn't be doing this. I don't have the credentials for it. I don't have the education for it. And it was more like freelance kind of stuff. And I just started like backing away from it and focusing on other things in my career, but I look back and I say, what if? Because I had another what if moment before I went the route of supply chain. An Italian radio and television, RAI, offered me an opportunity, and I didn't take it. Like maybe I could have been the Italian Katie Couric, or so, I don't know, right? But I didn't take it because it wasn't paid. And this other job I had in freight forwarding was a paid gig. Like I made some not so great decisions, personally and professionally. A lot of real. I was just sharing on Melissa Houston's show that I'm a late bloomer, but at least I bloomed. I made a lot of, and I'm also out that I'm in recovery, but I've been sober for a while. So I made a lot of really bad decisions, took a lot of risks, but made a lot of bad decisions. But I guess that culmination of that is who I am. I'm okay. I'm pretty okay with who I am right now. So I guess if none of that happened, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is we've got to be okay with these decisions we make, whether they go the right way or the wrong way, because we don't really know until, hindsight's a wonderful thing. And later down the road, like you look back and you go, oh, well, had I not gone through these experiences, I wouldn't have had the skills and the know-how to deal with other situations. Life is a journey of lessons.
We all experienced life lessons, and life lessons are when we fall off a horse, stumble.
So
life would be too easy.
Talking? Oh, sorry.
Felipe, it's all right cutting off, man. Don't worry about being rude. But actually, what Chris and Mac are speaking about is regarding how we all, as we grow more, maturing into this life. Some people don't mature. Some actually digress. Some live in the past. Others live in the present. And some live way too far in the future. Time's not the relevance. It's actually about our growth, how we fall and get back up, but still learn. And that's the tricky part. Having intrigue. And it was asked a question about having courage to come up on stage here to speak. You could be shy, apprehensive, be lacking confidence. Try doing that in front of people, physically, on a stage, different an arena than virtual. Virtual is too easy. Do it on a stage when you actually got a microphone and stay and so forth. Different, very different, because guess what? You feel the actual experience. You're encountering it. That's real time. Still happens, but not as often, because now the virtualness with Zoom and all this, different stage, but still takes courage. You don't get shy about this. You don't get nervous. If you don't get nervous, you got a problem.
All right. Well, listen,
I was going to say that.
Here, so thank you, Joe, Christine. I always love how you share and all the valuable stuff that you are just so vulnerable about. It really is something that I think in the comments you can see it helps people. And before we get to Lucia, I want to say hello to a few people that are joined us here. Obviously, we have Chris and we have Jay, Jedi Jay's here. Kenny, hola fajitas. Don't try Spanish if you don't know how to speak Spanish. Kenny, come on now, man. I mean, at least make sense when you say something. Come on. And Charles Phillips is here. Hola, mi amigo. It's great to see you here. And who else did we have sneak in here? I thought I missed somebody else, but if I missed you, I apologize. But Lucia, how are you? It's been a long time. I feel like last time I talked to you was in Clubhouse, so it's so wonderful to see you on video. How have you been? Tell everybody who you are. Fun fact about yourself. What are you doing on the Saturday, and who are you looking to connect with?
So I'm extra fabulous because I'm doing chores and my meal prep for the week. So I'm a sweaty cow. Yeah. I took a year off work for a variety of reasons, mostly medical, but I'm back in the saddle. Mac knows that I rebranded 424 times. But I was recently diagnosed autistic ADHD, which explained the whole thing. So now my brand is locked in. I'm launching in July for reals. And I'm working with men to training them for public speaking, specifically out of military law enforcement, going from uniform to unique. And everything's all gamified and fun. Putting together a bunch of camps this summer here in our Ottawa, Canada. So I'm very excited about the whole schmozzle. And I'm back in this. I'm so happy to be back online and seeing my friends and really just leaning in, for a woo-woo expression, just leaning into my weird and my unique and the way that I actually am, instead of trying to conform to the way consultants tell me to be. Mac laughing his head off, going, "Oh my God!"
About time.
I just want to say, right on, sister. That's what I was thinking the whole time. That's great.
Well, you can really get ill trying to temper your personality, and working with men is what I've always done. But then something happened where I felt like I had to be part of the sisterhood of the traveling poopy pants, and I can't do that because it just doesn't feel real. Like, I've always worked with men, like military, law enforcement, tech, like dudes, and more dudes. And now I'm so happy to be able to play with people who want to become excellent quickly by playing games. So I'm bringing my 40 years of theater and improv skills to bear on this. So I'm excited. And oh man, I really do look messed up. Whatever.
Oh, so good to see your face and hear your voice, and this whole trying to conform nonsense. Life's too short for all that conforming stuff. Each one of us needs to be our authentic self and just have fun. So
yeah,
looking forward to the next steps, Lucia. I can't believe twice in 1 week. Third time, I'm sure we'll speak directly. It's overdue, but so good to have you. I'm conscious we've got a few minutes left, but I want everybody to get their heads in here. Lucia, quickly, I know your fun. I don't know if there was your fun fact about the fact that you're now launching and then all the other things, but have you got a fun fact that you want to share, and who do you want to connect with right now? Because we need to show you some love by throwing lots of names your way and connections and tagging people and introducing whoever can help.
Fun fact. Tons and tons of men are leery of disclosing their neurodiversity for fear of losing credibility. And what was the next question? The fun
Who do you want to connect with?
So, and I can't remember what the next question was. That was my fun fact. That's my fun fact. And that's what I'm leaning into. That's who I want to work with. I want to work with introverts and shy people who on the inside are actually really creative and unique, but they're afraid to let it out. So if you know really brilliant people, could be men, could be women, whatever's, who really just want to be subject matter artists instead of subject matter experts, I'm your girl.
Somebody was saying something.
I'll just say something real quick. I just want to say, Lucia, I applaud you so well. I hope anyone that resonated with what she shared connects with her, because you are just an amazing example of someone that had faced a challenge and you took time to focus on yourself, to figure out how you're going to deal with it, and look at you shining and coming out the other end, trying to help other people. That's I think the goal for anyone that faces a challenge is to be able to learn how to deal with it, get through it, and then be able to share that with others. And so I just applaud you, and I hope that anyone that resonated with you connect with you, because you are an amazing person.
That's the first time I've said it all out loud. I just made myself cry.
I just applaud you, and I hope that anyone that resonated with you connect. Oh, sorry. All right. Well,
wait, before you go,
let's get on. Oh, Martha, you want to say something?
Yeah, Lucia, I was just diagnosed with ADHD 2 weeks ago. I'm in my 40s, and it's a process. So I'd love to connect with you, and we can talk about it out loud because there's so many things that go in internally as you're trying to process. Yeah. So I hope we can connect. And I also want to thank Chris, who's on stage with us, for joining us, and Joe, who spoke earlier. Thank you all so much for coming up and speaking. And I hope we continue to see more friends come up and join us. All right, I'll pass it over back to Felipe. Felipe, you want to introduce our next guest? I'm not sure who, if it's Jay or Bill, but it's.
All right, so let's get to our next person because we only have a few minutes left here. Jay, you've been so patiently. Jedi Jay, thank you for waiting. What's going on with you? Tell people who you are, who you're looking to connect with, a fun fact, and what are you doing on the Saturday?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay, coming to you from Massachusetts, and was diagnosed at birth with a respiratory illness called congenital central hyperventilation syndrome. Basically impacts our respiratory system and our lungs. Having to go in a machine at night when you go to sleep definitely does impact some of the things that normal people can do, and really takes a toll on some of the dreams that we want to do, but we can't because of our chronic illnesses. So two things I did want to share is that, when it comes to networking and, opportunities, take them. Take the opportunities, paid or not paid, because when an opportunity comes to you, you can take it and at the same time think about it and say, okay, how will this opportunity benefit me and my life as a person? And the also thing that I want to talk about is trust factor. I cannot tell you how many times people have tried to connect with me without verifying who they are. People have come to me for seeking connections, but how do I know where we have met? Where have we connected in an event? And I cannot tell you how many times people have not verified themselves and they just want to connect with me because because I look cool or not. But I take that very seriously when it comes to networking. And I did want to ask a question. Maybe Felipe, you might know the answer. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Felipe. Sorry, brother. But my question is, when you're making connections, and what I want to know is, would it be legitimate to speak in the same language as that connection? For example, like I have a Hindu culture. I follow Hindu culture. And I suppose I have a connection that is also of the same ethnicity. Would it be appropriate to speak with them in the same language that you are from? Thank you.
Jay, that's a great question. I think it is going to be, it depends. It really depends on that person. If you know them well enough, I think, you never want to assume, because that other person may be trying to practice their English with you or a different language. But I think it's always good to ask. I had a lesson that I learned when I was in France, and I was talking to somebody, and I said, "Can I ask you a question? We've been talking for a while. Why is there a perception that the French don't like Americans?" And they said, "I'll give you a perfect example. When you came in to me, your first question to me was, do you speak English or Spanish by chance?" Most Americans come up to us and just start talking English like we should know their language in our country. We find that offensive. So I think that don't assume anything. It's always good to ask, "Hey, would you like to speak in this language? Are you more comfortable, or do you want to speak in English?" And I think that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So great question. Thank you for sharing. Anyone that resonated with what Jay shared, please connect with him. He is doing so much out there, being an advocate, speaking about things. And if you like Star Wars and Marvel, great guy to talk about that too. So with that being said, unless Martha or Mac or Joel have anything they wanted to add, we want to go to the next person, shall we? Okay. All right. Bill. Lord, Bill. If I had more time to be snarky with you, I would so much.
Okay, good. So my name is Bill.
I'm not done yet. Hold on, stand by. Don't make me give you a red card. So yesterday was Bill's birthday. So that's why I'm choosing to be nice to him right now and not be too snarky.
You weren't nice yesterday.
That's different. That was with a little bit of alcohol involved at the end of the evening. So the point is that Bill had a wonderful birthday yesterday. So I want to say hello to him, happy birthday. But we are, running short on time. So Bill, please introduce yourself to those who may not know you. What's a fun fact? And it can't be your birthday because I already mentioned it. And
William Rochelle. I go by Bill. My fun fact is that I just launched my first book yesterday.
I hate you.
Ever. And
don't forget to share who you want to connect with. Now you can speak. Go ahead.
And I want to connect. I don't need you to tell me what to do. And I want to connect with people.
I'll tell you whatever I want to do when I'm feeling snarky, my friend. So you better watch out.
I want to connect with people that are either hosts of their own show that I can go on and talk about my book, because I am really great at promoting everybody else, but I'm not really great at promoting myself.
Okay,
so
why don't you tell them what the book is and then put it in the link in the chat?
Okay, you're making this longer than it needs to be because I know what I'm doing.
I can't help. I'm being snarky. It's coming out. So go.
Okay. The name of the book is The Boogeyman Was Manufactured. And it tells you how the boogeyman was built. And all of us live with some type of boogeyman. And if I'm on your show, we can talk about it in depth. I will never give away the plot because that doesn't make sense. Because the purpose is read it and determine who's the boogeyman in your life. But I am looking for people.
What if you're my boogeyman? What do I do?
What did he say?
What if you're my boogeyman?
Then you need therapy.
That might be the all right. Connect with and where can they find your book?
They can find my book right now on Amazon. People are actually buying it. Surprise, surprise. But I really do need that connection, that help of someone that says, hey, I'd love to talk to you about this and let me schedule some time with you. Otherwise, I'm just promoting myself on my own show. So yeah, I need help with that. And that's what I would like to connect with. People that have done this before, they know how to do the circuit. I've never done it. So yeah, first time. I really do want to connect with somebody.
If that resonates with you, definitely connect with Bill. Bill does a lot of shows on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And so he has definitely got a great presence out there. But you heard him. If you want to help him promote his book.
This man has 2 best-selling books and didn't say, I'll help you, Bill.
What did I tell you last night? See,
anybody else that wants to help him, please do.
I'm respecting my offer from last night because now you got snarky on this show and you want to come and talk about your book on this show? I'm going to vote.
You told me I could talk about whatever I want.
I did until you got snarky with me.
Oh my God. It's still my birthday weekend. You got to be nice.
What says you? Your birthday's over. Mac, when we vote for him, I don't know which way I'm going to vote. We'll see. But what I wanted to say, I was trying to be nice, and that didn't work.
Trying to be.
Is that if you resonate with that, go ahead and check him out. He has a great presence on LinkedIn and YouTube. He does a lot of great shows. And he does have a new book out. So feel free to support his new book. Because I know he bought my first 3 books. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah. And
I promoted you for like 2 or 3 weeks. I had your stuff plastered on the back of my wall.
You know, I can see who purchased the book, right?
Sleepy, I don't have any money. Joel, I don't have any money. But what I did was, because I don't have any money, I wrote a whole article about Joel's music coming out. And I sent it to my 30,000 followers. And I asked them to buy it. So you don't have to have money. I'm just saying, help me promote it. You know what? I'm sick of you. Goodbye.
No, but you are somebody who, with that support, he did support a lot of people. And that's one thing I do appreciate. You supported Miranda and Max very well, and you did a whole backdrop for it. And so as much as I'd like to give him grief, he's a good person.
And I kept Miranda and Max on my banners for every show for about a month.
That was very nice of you. Yes, you did. That was very kind of you. So I appreciate that. In case you're wondering, this is Max.
Okay.
But anyway, so Bill,
Hey,
put
Bill,
the link of
where's
your book in the chat
yeah,
so
Bill?
that people can check it out
And Bill has
see
his
and learn
copy.
more
He
about
can
it. If any of
show
you
the
all have
copy.
events, put them in the chat. This is one of those shows where it's okay to put links in the chat. Other shows you want to make sure it's proper, but here we encourage it. This is where we want you to do it. So if you're starting a new podcast, if you're starting a new book, let us know. Jay, you got 30 seconds. What was your comment? Unmute first.
I just wanted to say something that I like the idea of Bill using the idea of boogeyman because it represents something scary, and we all have something scary going on in our lives. I mean, having a respiratory illness, that's something scary, and I like how Bill uses the idea of boogeyman to represent something scary going on in our lives. So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you.
That was a great point you mentioned, and I'm glad.
Well,
I wish Bill had stayed to hear it. So, Bill, when you're watching the replay, you missed it. So, rewatch it. All right, I'm gonna stop being snarky right now, you all, because I can't stop myself for some reason. I don't know what's wrong. You know what? My daughter is at her bridal shower right now. That's probably why I'm feeling a little happy right now. She's having her bridal shower right now, not the bachelorette. Don't make any comments about the bachelorette. She's a bridal shower with all the women. And all the guys are coming over here to take me out to the bar. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's why maybe I'm in a good mood. I think that's definitely a good part is that I'm very excited for my daughter. And I will give you all a teaser. Next week, I may have another big announcement to make. One that I did not expect coming. That's all I got to say. I'll let you all guess what that could be. So, Mac, what do you have coming up?
Well, I'm kind of still trying to figure out what's been happening for the last 5 minutes, but and then all these big reveals to come. But no, seriously, I am excited because on Tuesday, I am having Felipe becoming my guinea pig for the launch of the Mocco growth app, which I've been working on for months, and I don't know how many hours have been put into it, but it's all been about trying to help people really understand and use LinkedIn better, because 90% of people don't know what they don't know. And I've seen all the mistakes. I've helped so many people through it, but it needs to be something that is accessible for everybody. And so I'm on a mission to get this app globally just out there as part of a coaching app that is going to give you access to, hey, what am I supposed to do on LinkedIn every day? So that it actually keeps you on the right track. You don't spend hours and days, death scrolling and all the rest of it. But there's some really cool little things that I'm going to show you that are going to save you tons of time. And I'm so glad I've got Felipe, who, LinkedIn top voice, but a really solid LinkedIn user and knows this platform back to front, to be that guinea pig that can go through, sign up live, show you exactly how the thing works so that you understand why and what's the madness behind it and will it actually help. And there are a couple of things that I'm excited to show, especially Felipe, but everybody else who's going to be joining us, about little things that have never been available on mobile to save you time that now the app allows you to do. And anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. Come and watch live Tuesday, 8 p.m. London time.
I'm so excited because I know that I still have areas to improve on. I don't think any of us ever get to the point where like, oh, I know everything about LinkedIn. It's changing every day. So having something like this, I can't wait to see where those gaps are for me to improve. So thank you, Mac, for letting me be a guinea pig. That's a weird sentence to say.
You never thought you'd say that out loud.
No.
But hey, so join us. The link is in the comments. If not, just go to my profile. Go to my activities, look at events. It's there, ready for Tuesday night or 3 p.m. Eastern time. Join us then. Put it in your diaries. Come and join. And the opportunity is everybody will be able to walk through things with us as we go, so that you could, by the end of it, walk away with 2 or 3 things that you might be able to go and improve and help you with your plan, your business. That's what this is all about. If I can help 2 or 3 people change their lives and keep focused, especially us ADHDers, where squirrel, and then I'm not sure what I was doing and where I was going and what I have to do. I promise you, every time you log back in, it's going to go, hey, you need to do this, or you forgot to do this.
I want to be a guinea pig.
Well, come and play on Thursday night, Tuesday night, and you can play along as we go live. So that's me done. I'm excited. I'm now wondering what's happening with Felipe next week that he's going to announce.
Gotta come back next week and find out.
I'll be back.
So Joel, what about you? What do you have coming up?
This week coming, nothing really special. Just hope my computer works ready for next. Whenever I do another podcast, if it's going to actually behave itself, because it's about a 7-year-old Mac now. So, and apart from that, I'm also in a bit of a dispute with Bandcamp right now. So, that's ongoing and fun. No, they haven't replied yet, so we're waiting to hear from that. Otherwise, it'll be on our own website. Over to who else are we doing? Mac,
I didn't hear that last bit.
who else is next before I fall asleep on camera?
No, we're done. It's 15:15. Unfortunately, I know a few other people have tried to join the conversation today, but we are running over. Felipe's got some people to go and entertain. All of us have got something happening, but thank you so much, everybody, for joining our Social Saturday chat. Make sure you follow our page. Make sure, if you appreciate the work that these wonderful co-hosts do, go onto their profiles, click that bell so you can be notified of any events coming up through their profiles and what they're doing as well. And if you have been a little shy today and you haven't shared in the comments what's coming up for you, go and do that now, because we will go and click and go and support and go and stalk you over there and figure out how we can help you. So that's me done. Felipe, I'm handing back over to you. Is he frozen? Felipe
He's
is not
frozen.
awake.
He's totally frozen. He's so enthused with himself, he freaked out.
He's so excited. So excited. Martha, do you have anything final to add?
No, I'll see everyone next week. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Amazing. Everybody go and have an incredible week. Thank you for joining.
See
We
ya.
shall see you next
Bye.
week. Bye now.